Hey guys, what's up? This is Aftab and welcome to second part of 24th Easyway HTML and CSS tutorial. Okay, in my last video I have discussed about HTML forms. In this video I will discuss more about HTML forms. So I will try to cover all the other things which you need to know in this video. Alright, so let's start. First of all, we will know about some attributes. Alright, so let's start with the get method. Okay, let's do that first. If right now if I submit the form, right, in the URL bar you can't see anything there, but if I use here get method, then you can see, if I submit, then you can see username is blank and pwd is blank. That means it is tracking the value, and you can see the values inside the URL bar, as you can see when you search in google.com. Alright, if I write something here like Aftab and password maybe 12345 and submit it, then you can see username is Aftab and pwd is 12345. As I said you before, that this value inside the name attribute will track and will pass your value to that target page. So you can see now. Alright, so next attribute I am going to show you is if right now this field is blank and if I try to submit the form, then it is submitting. Okay, it is not prompting me that you need to fill up those fields and all. So in this case we can use attribute required. Okay, this attribute actually prompts you that you need to fill up the field like this. Please fill out the field. If you didn't fill out the field, then it will not permit you to submit the form. So here in this case we can use this required attribute. Alright, next attribute I am going to show you is a nice attribute, which is placeholder. Placeholder is required. It is actually used for text which you can show inside this field initially. Okay, like this, your name. By default this will be showing here. You can see a gray color text, your name. If you start to typing, then that text will be gone from there, right? So in this case you can use this placeholder attribute. It is a nice attribute, you can use this. So now we will start our other input types. So this is all the attribute you need to know about it for forms. Next one I am going to show you is like let's type here gender. Okay, I removed that password. Okay, password field, because it is not required right now. So input type will be radio. If you fill up any online form, then you can see that if a field is there called gender, then there will be choices like in circles. You need to click one circle, right, male or female, like this. So I put the name here G, and it is not supporting placeholder. Just after that I can give like male, and I will copy again it, and I can paste here, and it will be female, male and female. We can set some value for this. Value will be here M, and value will be here F. You can see gender male, female. If you notice that we put same name, the G, both of the field, right? That's just because of toggling between this male and female. If you click on male, then female will be deselected. If you click on female, then male will be deselected, just because of the same name. If you put different name here, then you can see both the fields will be selected, right? So just to avoid this section, we are using same name, because only one value will be passed between these two radio buttons. Okay, so let's move on. Next part I am going to show you is input type. Input type will be here email. Input type will be email too. Here I can name it EML. Value is not required. We can use placeholder and call it email. Okay, there is a strange thing in email. It is actually detecting whether you put the right email format or not. If I fill out this field as it is required, and if I submit the form, okay, just a minute, input type equal email, placeholder here be email, save it, and we need to make it required. Okay, if you fill out this, and if you fill out like this, then it will it will prompt you that @ is missing. If you give @, then it will prompt you that dot is missing. That means it is tracking whether you put the correct email format or not. If you put like info@gmail.com, then it will accept it, right, easily. So this is the reason we can use the email input type. It is actually pre-detecting that whether you are writing the right email format or not. Okay, next input type is number. Here the name will be age, placeholder you will be your age. If you hover your mouse over there, then you can see two buttons are here. Okay, you can increase or decrease the number. Only number type is supported here. Okay, some problem was there. Just let me rerun it. Okay, you can see only number type is supported here. Okay, so in this case we can use this input type number. Okay, next will be nice input type like hobby. As you can see that a hobby will be multiple, so we need to make a multiple type of things where people can select multiple things. So this is where we can use checkbox. Okay, name whatever, placeholder doesn't support, we will remove the check required to. Hobby, first hobby will be gardening. Okay, let me copy this. Okay, second hobby will be reading, third hobby will be traveling. Okay, save it and let's check. You can see multiple things are there. This is the thing, we can call it checkbox. Okay, and the input type is checkbox itself. So for this kind of situation where you need to select multiple things, you can use this input type checkbox. Alright, okay, next input type will be DOB, date of birth. The date of birth type will be date, like this. You can select a total date. First will be the date, second will be the month, and third will be the year. So one more thing is there you need to know about the date input type. It is actually supported by the Chrome. Okay, it will not be supported in Mozilla Firefox or Apple Safari kind of browsers. So it will be supported in Chrome only. So if you use it, so be aware of it. So the input type date will look like this. Alright, next input type will be color. You can see a nice color box is there. You can select whatever color you want from here. You can see, right? If you select the color, and color is appearing here, it will be passed by the name. Okay, so here the input type color, you can use it. Okay, next thing is occupation like thing. If occupation is field is there, then it will be a drop down box is there. So now we have no choice in input type. We will be use a new tag, select. Okay, select tag is there, we can use it. Let me put a name there, name equal OQ. Okay, option value will be AC, self-employed. Okay, self-employed. Next option will be SL. I can put there salaried. Okay, I will make a default value. I will make a default value. By default this thing will be selected. Here will be no values there. I can use attribute called selected, and here I can write select your occupation. Save it, refresh it. Like you can see a drop down box is there, right, where I can select option, and if I submit the value, okay, it is also required. You can see the OQ is SL, salaried. The value is passing this value, okay, for salary. So this way we can make the select box a drop down menu like of thing, a drop down type of thing we can make using select tag. Okay, now I forget to show you one attribute actually for this input type radio. If we want to, if I by default if I want to make one field selected, then what I can do? I can do this. I can use this attribute checked attribute. If I refresh this, then you can see by default this is selected male. Okay, then you can see, you can select other one, but by default if you refresh the page, this is selected by default by this attribute checked. Alright, I know guys, this is actually this video is pretty much long, but as I promised you on previous video that I will cover all the things in next video, so I am trying to do that. Actually form is a long chapter, as you can understand now, but please wait, after some time it will be finished. Okay, now we have a last tag, which is text area. Text area is a tag we can use for comment or text text type, message type of thing, multiple line text we can write here inside this text area tag. Alright, so we can use for comment or message type of things. So that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed this video, hope you learned all the things, and please subscribe to my channel. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next tutorial. Bye bye.